Hi, my name is Joel Steinprice, and this is part two where I describe a little bit about the infographic that I created in Adobe Illustrator. So in this part, I'll talk a little bit about the layout model and context, as well as the unity, alignment, and visual hierarchy. So the layout model that I used, let me get that up here, was based off of this chart. And as you can see, there's a very large section here that's devoted to what they really wanted to focus on, which was job changes over the past year. I'll also include this link in the description below. There's a location field, there's some number components here. So since I really wanted to focus on one major part, I wanted the same kind of idea of a central theme here. They also used a darker shading here with their kind of color highlights. I kind of flipped that through some feedback and made that lighter to draw the eye here. So here you can see there's the same location piece, there's the same large component here. There are two strips of information in these halves. So where it's similar is that we've got a large kind of dividing line here, but where it's different is that I've put different pieces of information in each of the different spots. I've also revised the shape and size so information isn't so tiny that you can't read it. There is some similar and dissimilar information. So I've got my details half over kind of starting with the content coverage and working its way to the right side of the page. I've put my numbers in one section. My more graph looking things are all in one section. The other pieces are this process component, which looks different, and then also the location component, which also looks different and has a different side of the page that it kind of represents. One of the things that I think works well with the layout model, and I tried to replicate, was the pattern with which the eye kind of reads the page. So you can start with the title and kind of work your way around, leading you to the most important piece here. It's also really close to the title, so you do immediately kind of jump to that section, knowing that this is what it is. But let me get a kind of sense of the context of everything else on the way. I think that the labels as well kind of feed into this pattern. So you've got this kind of line that you follow around the path that eventually leads you here, or vice versa if you're interested. Some of the alignment pieces, I really looked for text alignment. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on along the sides of the page. I had played around with doing some kind of object alignment here, but it looked messy. A lot of the feedback I got, it didn't look quite right when the title juts out in strange spots. I've got some right-sided alignment for my little appearance components. I've got some other right-sided alignment here for my labels on this side. And then I've got some object alignment, I guess I would call this, with my line graph, and using my labels that actually go along the lines to help provide clarity to the viewer. In terms of visual hierarchy, once again, this was the piece that I really wanted to focus on. It's kind of the end point of the way that your eye travels through the page. It's also the largest, so the size piece plays a part. I think that another kind of piece of visual information that you get is that the area chart does kind of serve as a division between the two parts. So in terms of visual hierarchy, you're also kind of drawn to this side because you've got a line that's kind of telling you, it's almost shortening the page a bit here. So this is still interesting and information that's valuable, but again, I'm really trying to focus in on the main relationship diagram here. So that is pretty much it for the information on my infographic. Thank you so much for your time, and if there are any comments in the comment box below, I will try to respond. All right, thanks again.